Hello, and welcome back to episode 8 of Rule the Waves Japanese Turret Farmer Edition. Now, with 2 years to go on our first just now sprouting spuds, as you can see here. Last time we had started the war with France, we had a fantastic surprise attack. We have a huge lead in victory points, and things look to be doing very well. I brought in some of the aging battleships from the home waters into Southeast Asia. France will have difficulty operating in Northeast Asia because they have no bases, but I left a couple of them there to discourage them. I'm really maximizing presence in the Southeast Asia to try to trigger an invasion, which we did for Cochin, and we're hoping to get another one as well. But we'll support this to the maximum and try to get it to flip over so that in the peace deal we don't have to pay for this port, we'll just have it. And I'm not expecting the war to last particularly long. I think everything is about where I want it. Yes. And France doesn't have anything close by, 2 turns away. Yep, next significant capital ship. 2 months away. And without further ado, we'll move forward. Private shipbuilding. We have our armored cruisers finishing their reconstruction. Without border changes or reparations. Well, Prime Minister, absolutely not. We should continue. Excellent. No heavy destroyers for us yet. French subs doing their thing. French raiders doing their thing. And our German allies doing their thing. Enemy coastal raid. Oh, apparently they had a battleship that was closer than we thought. They declined battle. That's rather smart of them, I think. Despite how primitive our battlecruiser is, unlike the new ones, which are going to be fantastic. I predict they're going to do very well for at least 5 years. Check force disposition. It's looking well. And we'll keep things moving along then. Base fuses sap ammo. I may want to convert over to that. Convoy defense. Will they risk it? And they will. And we get the battle cruisers. Actually, we get everything. We're short 2 of the battle cruisers, but we have everything else. So the destroyers are screening. Battleships are doing their thing. Oh, it's a single battle cruiser escorted by a destroyer. So we're without most of the battle cruisers, but a single one should be able to control the combat. Now that we've spotted them, we can go to squad max. I'm actually going to detach these from scout, make them core. Oh, I can't attach them to the battle cruiser because that's a scouting force. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's bring our battlecruiser up to full speed and start closing. Looks like it's an armored cruiser. I find that believable. Dunkirk class. Turning down the audio, because Rule the Waves 1 is pretty loud. And after a few minutes, we get our first hit with the primaries. Dunkirk class is 8-10 inch, which can threaten us. 14.7 inch, which is also dangerous for us, so probably don't want to approach too closely. Yeah, she's actually more well armored than we are. And bigger. Significantly. We'll have to be careful. We want to take advantage of our superior gunfire. And we're starting to spot some of the others. I am going to pull these down. Can I use them in a support role? No. I'll just tag them in behind the battleships. The light cruiser, so that'll be the scouting force for their primary fleet, which has 1 or 2 battleships. Looks like they're probably right there. Yeah, those are steaming slowly. They turn kind of sluggish. Finally got another strike on the Dunkirk. Headed down, we'll turn our battle fleet. Get our rear turret engaged. Oh, that's a Chauncey. Okay, hitting their destroyers. At this point, we're just pursuing them. They seem completely uninterested in combat. I don't mind planking away at their destroyers, reducing the amount of escorts that they might have in the future. Get some good hits on the 2 armored cruisers, which I haven't looked at the Okay, that's more of what I was expecting. This battle cruiser will have no trouble. And because of that, I think I'll flip her around. And we'll swap sides with the battleships. Uso takes a superstructure hit. Of course, the Chauncey flips around. Dunkirk takes secondary hit. Again. Secondary seem to have the Dunkirk bracketed. And the return fire on the battleship has been ineffective. Turn to stay with our prospective targets. Play out for a little bit. Turn in. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. 12-inch hit on the Dunkirk. Rain! Not what we like to see. Not when we have the superiority like this. Turn, present the broadside. The EA will continue to pursue. Chauncey taking more hits. Dunkirk's turning away. Continuing to take fire. Fuso's taking fire, but a lot of it is ineffective. And the Hiei stay with the Chauncey. Destroyers are confusing it. Alright, we're getting the hits now. Hopefully the battlecruiser has found the range. See if we can't guide this Dunkirk into that minefield. Dunkirk taking more hits. I'm a bit concerned with all these destroyers. Not avoiding them like I should. Turn back in. Dunkirk, what are you doing? Medium. She's turning away, possibly because she saw the installation. Are there more? There are reports of a battleship and a battlecruiser. I'm wondering if, like, all of this is the scouting force. I got fully distracted and their battle fleet is actually over here. The Foso and the Hiei pursuing. Yeah, Hiei's okay. We want her to pick up in speed. Now that the destroyers have driven her back some. So in. Belt extended, deck extended. Does she have a lighter deck and belt extended? Like, I usually put at least 2 inches for the splinter protection, but that splinter went through. Dunkirk continuing to take fire. For sure 3 is... yeah, there's definitely a fleet back here. That's alright, we're committed. Turning around now. Allow these guys to escape. And we would not be able to get back to the transports in time. So I will take the for sure, almost for certain, sinking of 2 armored cruisers to make up for the loss of the convoy. Went a little bit without getting hits and then found the range again. I want to be careful. He is taking multiple hits now. Wow, penetration into the Fuso. Fuso have lighter belt armor than I thought? That is weak enough. Oh, and I just realized these are foreign produced in French shipyards. And now they're going to sink a French armored cruiser. Chauncey taking more fire. Dunkirk taking a whole load of fire. Medium and small caliber. Turning away. Taking heavier fire this time. Chauncey taking heavy fire now. Doors included. Insignificant. There's heavy fire. Is Chauncey slowing? That's light damage. She's slowing. We're getting a lot of hits now too. I want to be careful. These destroyers are well within torpedo range despite our torpedo advantage. I think the rapier is slowing. I want to be extra careful. Getting some good hits in. Continuing to pursue the Dunkirk, which is the tougher target, but she's got enough damage that she's not up to her 24 knots, and the battleships are able to keep up with her. Oh yeah, the Chauncey's definitely going much slower now. 5 hits. Whereas 4 guns gets 5 hits. Okay. She's not going to survive that for long. Chauncey continuing to take heavy fire. I think she's as good as done for. Up in. Make sure the Dunkirk is still being taken care of. Kind of want to take a route like that. Chauncey is turning away. benefit. Well, maybe. Not getting as many hits, and she's going slow enough. Should be hitting pretty consistently. There's another primary, 2 more primaries in the secondary. Oh yeah, just laying into her now. If we can't come around and get that light cruiser. Meanwhile, Usos are doing well. Just got another hit. Dunkirk taking several more hits. I missed the rudder damage. Dunkirk taking a lot more fire. That wasn't rudder damage. I just got the arrows confused with the destroyer that's in close escort. This has medium damage. She's done for. She can't take this amount of fire for too long. Sure. We'll pick up survivors. Dunkirk pulling away now? Actually turning around. That seems foolish. A lot of light fire, which is probably ineffective. 9-inch. I'll take that. On the armored cruisers. Closer range too, so some of these might be getting through. 12-inch will. Turn away slightly. I don't think they'll launch torpedoes because her path will take her beyond the range by the time the torpedo gets there. Taking a withering amount of fire though. Okay, gotta hand it to him. I know a lot of this is really light fire, but she is enduring it. Just the Hiei's orders. 12-inch, 112-inch. Lighter fire. 9-inch. More light fire. A hailstorm. Light fire. Moderate fire. 2 heavy shells in. She's got a turret knocked out now. Yeah, she's definitely not feeling so good. 1 turret knocked out. 1 still engaged. Turning around so the other ones are unable to bear. How is EA doing? Witsky's picked up her survivor. She's catching up now. EA closing in on the Galilee, which is very slow now. Turnout for Uso. While the Hiei continues to pursue. I don't want her to get too far ahead. Turn around, flip to the other side, turn away. Check on the Dunkirk. Alright. Galilee is on fire. He's starting to run out of ammo. We're just tearing into both these French cruisers now. The Dunkirk's really starting to impress me. She's just taking an absolute hailstorm of fire. And she's still floating. Galilee's slowing. I don't think she'll last long because she doesn't have the armor to bounce a lot of these shells like the Dunkirk does. Closing in. What's blazing smoke? We'll turn away. Ooh, that's dangerous. I'm surprised the Galilee is doing well. Pick on the Dunkirk again. Try to cut her off. There's 7-inch into the Galilee. She may be stopped now. I don't see much of a wake. Most of her turrets are disabled or knocked out. I don't think she'll make it home. Back on the Dunkirk since we cut her off. Medium damage on fire. Give the flotilla attack command. Destroyer's immediately responding. I think the Dunkirk is dead in the water now. And she's taking a torpedo. We can cancel the flotilla attack. She's done for. Now, how about the Galilee? Battle cruiser. Okay. Dunkirk hit by another torpedo. Ensuring. Oh, jeez. He's a burning Hulk now. Magenta. Dunkirk. Oh, her turret's working. Yes, she's still firing back. Gonna give it to the French. They have put up quite a fight this time. Maybe they feel they have something to make up for having such a horrible start to the war. But it doesn't seem to have done them any good. But I will applaud their tenacity, stay in the fight as long as they have. But that Dunkirk is done. No way that's medium damage. I have 400 minutes left. 445. See if we can't catch up to the convoy. I'll bring the battleships down a few knots. Set the armored cruisers to scout again. So that we can cover more ground. And we'll finish up with the Galilee. Although the Hiei is looking pretty incapable of further action. Well, there's a lot of the aft ammo. She's been pursuing a lot, so she's used a lot of the forward ammo. Goes in, get some hits in. Litsky launching her torpedo. And one or two? Just one. To no effect. Is she fighting back? I do not see turret movement, and she's done. Drop down to, let's call it 21 knots, and also pursue. Litsky will set up, we'll pick up survivors, we'll accelerate time. Not expecting to find anything, especially now that it's nighttime. Where would would they go if they had to go home? They would go this way. Then the battle cruisers back around. Turn the battleships around. I don't think we're going to find the rest of the fleet. So yeah, they destroyed the entire convoy, but they lost their entire scouting force to do it. I call that a win. I would have liked to engage this battleship. Not disappointed we didn't, as none of the ships we have are particularly... I don't think they have the advantage. Now let's see, Dunkirk. Sunk. Took a tremendous amount of gunfire. .30 heavy, 221. Just absolutely stunning the amount of gunfire she took. You see the other one, which was Chauncey, actual name Jeanne d'Arc. She took a similar amount of heavy rounds, and that was what was getting through their armor. The medium rounds, a lot of them must have been bouncing, maybe started to fire. But all in all, I would call that an excellent result. Leave the scenario, collect our 1 prestige, designate the Battle of Formosa. What do we have for incapacitation? We lost one of our destroyers temporarily. Everything else seems to be in good working order. 5 more months for the Congo. We maintain clear superiority in Southeast Asia. They're bringing in more battleships though, and it's going to get a little bit harder from here. Okay. Allied operations and sub action. Still have the clear superiority. Pumps. No new tech this turn. Raiders doing their thing. The Sama catches a French raider. Anything that's raiding, unless it's one of their heavy cruisers. Oh, we get 2. Interesting. Alright. Go to line ahead. Come up in speed. And cut them off. No, they're headed southwest. Close in. Try to cut them off. Wind gauge is dead calm. No advantages to be gained there. A battleship? I was about to say, I don't think those can commerce raid. The Petit Thuar. 4 9-inch, 14 7-inch. Got teeth. Not particularly fast. Does have the advantage in tonnage, but there's, well, not really because we have 2. We'll continue to close as nighttime falls. Getting the first hit, showing the superiority of that gunnery combat. Also, she might not have the upgraded fire control yet. Whereas I think ours do. Central firing. Sama takes a hit to the belt at a favorable angle, and it still hits. Secondary battery. We're getting heavy hits though. Getting medium ones. Primary armament isn't much of a factor yet. Lost them in the mists. There she is. We'll turn. Yep, there's the torpedo. Excellent. 2 9-inch. Oh, she didn't turn. But it was no good. Did not get the torpedo strike we wanted. That would have ended this fight a lot faster. Not much of an exchange of fire. I mean, it was, or it wasn't. Yeah, we're getting a clearly superior amount of gunfire in. Not that we aren't taking our licks. On the 9-inch. A lot of 5-inch. Our battery must have gotten a good hit in there. Selma's down to what speed? 11 knots. She's not going to be engaged for long until the French cruiser slows, which she has. And she turns just as we launch the torpedo. We have... Yeah, that's right. These are the... Oh, never mind. They're gone. What I was going to say, though, is these are the ships that have tons of submerged torpedoes. Maximum. 1 forward, 1 aft, and 2 on each side. That didn't take long. Head back out. Gain 1 more prestige. And France cannot endure this for long. In fact, her reinforcements are staying away. It might actually be pretty smart of them. You have the new heavy cruiser. Have all these 22 knots. These are 21. Huh. Sorry. Moving on. Get a sneak peek at the new Russian battlecruiser. Not as many guns as ours. French submarines do a little bit. Battle in support of land combat. That's what I want to see, because I don't think France is going to keep doing this for long. We need to sink any ship. Could be doable with just about anything, but we get 2 battle cruisers to do it with. That should be more than enough. So there is a report of a CA. Should be getting close enough. Like time has slowed. Won't get too terribly close. There are like random minefields out here. Known opens fire on unknown. Well, let's head east. Finding anything, we'll go between the 2 ports. Should find something. Usually they simulate some amount of merchant traffic, and a merchant would be more than enough. Check the northern side of the bay. Turn around. We might actually not find anything. It's an unfortunate turn of events, especially since this is in support of ground combat. I really want that combat to finish. Or that they stayed right down in the lower port. I See, and this is why I like using destroyers as ASW coastal patrol, is they'll get engaged with a light cruiser and they have the speed and maneuverability to escape and evade while making a report. So she lived to fight another day, whereas a minesweeper would have been hunted down mercilessly and sunk. So that gives the victory technically to them. I'm more concerned about the effect it has on ground combat. French Raider. Another coastal raid in support of combat. Three battle cruisers this time. Bring them up to speed. And we start in the morning, making it more likely that we'll find something. Headed southwest, east-northeast. One of our ASW destroyers, this guy, was engaging with them. Come up to full speed. We can close. Before she gets close enough, we can sink her. I'm not expecting it though. She's just a little bit too close to their friendly port. So she's probably going to disappear here any second. But we'll give it our best shot. Pursue her aggressively. Get as much gunfire in. Slowed. She's come to a full stop. Her fate is sealed. And I think that is the case. Torpedo? Really, Muskie? Yeah, she's done for. Multiple 11-inch strikes. Like, she cannot survive this. Yes. There's very few turrets left. I don't think that merchant's doable, but we can try. Nah, she's just gonna eke out of range. We can close in a little bit more. But the focus is the light cruiser, and we're not going to get that transport. Alright. Drop down in speed a bit. Sighted a new target. Maybe drop 2 knots for station keeping. Medium merchant. There's the light cruiser sinking. Message that popped up real quick saying we had achieved our objective. That merchant's done. The rest of it is just a waste of ammo. Then we have the small merchant. That should wrap this up pretty quickly. Of course. Picking up survivors is honorable and good for our point. Just kind of meander outside their port all day. They decide they've had enough. We'll call it a day. Ooh, we've sighted something. Inside the port. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to blink away at that. Not unless it comes out. Possibly we could encourage it to come out. Transport pretty slow. We can try. Drop it down. So, oh, a new target. Looks like it's another transport. They're smart, they'll heave too. Let's get with no. Can I detach you if you have low fuel? No. It's just, I guess they'll do underway replenishment. These two. Can I not tell them to hold fire? Would be useful. Oh, never mind. That ship did not last long. Now we will come back up towards French port. See if we can't snag that transport as she tries to leave. Ooh. Please tell me that's an accurate report. Even it is with the oncoming twilight. This will be kind of... Nope. They went home. And that was definitely not a battleship because it was not there. That was probably the last transport getting sunk by our coastal patrol. Looks like, because they're over here. And there you have it. Quick and easy, nothing exciting though. All ships from France are sunk. Major victory for us, and we pull ahead in the lead once more. Gonna save here. Not too eventful. We had one major combat, I would say. We sank a lot of French cruisers at that time, maintained the advantage. We've supported our combat down here in Cochin. I'm hoping we continue to get more action before France just decides, you know what, we've had enough. We're not going to be able to defeat the Japanese in Pacific waters, and just gives us Cochin and hopefully one other territory. I'm not sure I want to branch out from Southeast Asia. I might take something in the South Pacific though. But that summarizes this episode. I look forward to hearing from you. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.